Family, come on into the room. Come on into the room. Y'all can sense it when we're going to be moving pretty fast. We got a lot of information to cover tonight. So come into the room. Let me show my face. I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place that we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. And tonight we're going to be doing just that, covering a variety of benefits. We have our brother Veteran Policy Plug in the house. He says, "Hey, Brett." Then Brett comes back. There's a lot of people in the room. Brett comes back, say, "Hi, H-Town Vet. Hi, Chester." That's right. Now, let the family know that you're here. We're going to get ready to get started because surprisingly, I'm surprised so many people in here already. And y'all know how it goes. Y'all know what we do here. We bring information that you're not going to get anywhere else. We're not just sharing it, we're showing it. We're not just saying it, we're showing it. Huh? Where else can you go where you can interact with the content creator, with the fellow veteran? And if you have any issues with anything that we say here at the H-Town Vet, contact us, call us back on an open forum. Let us know, H-Town Vet, you were wrong. This has changed, or there's a new law. We're here to be corrected and improve on the channel. Now we got Veteran Policy Plug that says H-Town. Now we got, I believe this is our Coast Guard family member. We have Coasty says, "Hello everyone," who brought so much knowledge the last a couple of live streams ago. I forget if he was on the last one. We did kind of irregular one. I've been doing them quite often now. But Coasty told us about the lead in the paint, what they used to have to scrape off and repaint some of the ships that they dealt with. So he's bringing so much information. We glad that you're here tonight. Family, we enjoy you. Don't even have to ask y'all about smashing the like button. Y'all already doing it. So we thank you. We're glad that you're here, and we got a lot of information to cover, so we have to get started. Okay, family? So it's good to get here early. Get your seat early. All right, family? Now let's get into this here. Let's talk about it. Can we do that? Family, can we talk tonight? Smash that like button. You know, I had to slide here. Y'all doing an excellent job of doing that. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. And we appreciate you because that boosts the algorithm. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about the PACT Act in specific. We changed it because there's a lot of information. We're going to do that toward the end of the live stream, but we're going to go over some things. We're going to talk about some news information, some of it more current than others, but we're going to talk about different things that's going on, family. Okay, can we do that? Because we want to keep the veteran and family abreast of what's going on out there when it relates to veterans, your benefits, and your dependents. So, and don't forget, Coasty said, "Hello, everyone." We just glad when we get new people coming in, we keeping it lively here. The PACT Act, what is it? We're going to talk about it, but that's the main topic of tonight. So first thing, we want to thank you for being here. We appreciate you joining us wherever you coming in from. I know you're taking time from your busy schedule, and we appreciate that. Huh? He say, "Preaching at H-Town. Hi, Coasty, Major Boomer. Are you in the house? And the Thumper, are you loving Popeyes? Sister Gwen, love that gumbo. You know what's up." Now let's see what our Veteran Policy Plug says. Hello, Coasty. We got to get to it because it seems like there's going to be a lot of people in here tonight. And Coasty said, "Hi, Brett." So I'm going to have to keep it going. Keep that chat going. We will acknowledge you, of course. Thank you for joining us and continued support being here. Now, your feedback matters. So when we present information or fellow veterans drop knowledge in the chat, or there's something that you think can be done to improve the channel, let us know. Look who just slipped up in here. A type of shiny come lately. Thumper usually the first one here, Thumper. Huh? Thumper's usually like the first or second one here. And he say evening all, but you got here in a timely manner, and we appreciate you because we moving right along with it. Coasty say, hi, Veteran Policy Plug. That's what it's all about. And Thumper say, evening all. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Remember, your feedback matters, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Because if you want to say bad, it may be some criticism. That's how we grow. We don't know everything. Now, if you want to catch our regular scheduled live streams, they're on Sundays and Thursdays. We will sometime do them on Tuesday, but this week, when have we done them? We done one on Sunday, Tuesday. I think we did one, maybe we did one on Thursday and Friday. Then we came back and did a Sunday. We've been busy, family. Huh? We're trying to bring life. I need y'all to help us get this channel off the ground. It's doing pretty good. After a year, we have 1,500 subscribers. Most YouTube channels don't ever make 900. All right? So that's an amazing thing. And we did it in less than a year. Now, if you'd like to contact us, here's our email information, the channel to our YouTube. If you would like to donate, we have Cash App and PayPal. So thank you on that. For those who have donated and are planning to. Now, what we're trying to do here at the H-Town Vet, we're trying to build our brand. What is our brand? Being veteran-centered. What is our brand? Making sure people have a way to express themselves and be heard, and feedback and talk to, not ignored. If you give me an email, I'm going to respond to you. Very seldom do I miss them. Sometimes it's a delay on getting them, but I'm going to talk to you. If you got information that you're trying to put out, we'll discuss it. Okay? Now let's get to it, family. Thank you for being so supportive, and we value y'all for who you are. All right? And what y'all have done to help, because y'all making H-Town a thing, because we're doing it over here differently than anybody, family. And that's okay. Everybody need to stay in their lane. I can do it a certain way, certain things. Now, certain things I can't do. We want to acknowledge our brother. He's a veteran, fellow veteran. He's in here now, and he goes by the name Veteran Policy Plug, but we know him as Chester. He's a fellow veteran. He has his own life insurance company, or that he works for or he owns, and he's a licensed life insurance broker, and he has his national ID. You can see here, national ID number and his license number. He's licensed in several states: Georgia, Michigan, Ohio, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Virginia, and Tennessee. And I'm going to tell you something. He didn't self-promote himself. Veterans, when they saw his username, they said, "You do insurance?" A lot of veterans don't qualify for insurance because of our age, because of our disabilities. It's hard to get insurance. And this could be in addition to the VA disability insurance that they give us. And a lot of people chopping it up. So we appreciate our brother. You hear me? Now let us continue. We thank you. There's this contact information. And let me see. Let me move this here. And so we appreciate our brother. A veteran-owned business. If any other veterans out there, you got business, just let us know about it. This is the only place that you can come to that we uplifting each other. We ain't hating. Come on now. Smash that like button if you haven't done so. But apparently, y'all have. Now, then Policy Plug say, "Evening, Thumper." Veteran Policy Plug said that, and we thank you. We moving right along, family. we move right along because when we have a lot of information to cover, we want to make sure when people are watching it recorded that it benefits them. So, like I say, smash that like button and share it. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, share it on TikTok and all that stuff, and X, or whatever they call them now. Y'all see, I ain't as technology savvy. And share it on YouTube with other people, family members that are veterans that you think it might help. And don't forget to subscribe. You come into the lives all the time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 2,000 subscribers. We are at 1,778, I want to say. No, 1,005. I don't know. 1,578. We've been lingering around there for the last week or so. Now, coming soon, family. We're just gonna let it flow. We're gonna talk about disabled veteran plates. We're gonna start off with Texas and go forward. New releases. What we went over last time. Go back. The scandal that happened over at I want to say Home. I forget the name. Home Mountain VA Medical Center. They call it James H. Quillen, and they had some little. Everybody was getting. It was a whole bunch of people getting busy instead of helping the veterans. He says, Brett says, is Military Mike out there? Haven't seen him tonight, but let me take this off. Sometimes these headsets start acting crazy. Haven't seen him tonight. How's my sound, family? Can you hear me clearly? Do I need to turn it up? Do I need to get closer to the mic? But no, I have Military Mike was here last night. We were so excited to see our brother. Our prodigal son has come home, and he got his 100%. Now, this was a scandal because there was a whole bunch of people having relations over there at the hospital. I don't know when they had time to treat patients. You know what I'm saying? Now, let us continue. That was last night. Then we have, this is very popular one. We did a question on Veteran News the first time. And here's some of the other ones that you can see here. I'm going to let come flow through. We can see. Now, family, what we have here, remember, we're constantly reminding you that those of you that are disabled veterans and you have at least a 10% rating, that the rating actually changed. December 1st was the effective date, but however, you won't see it until January 1st check. And we received an increase. So what you see in red are the new payments, the new payment amounts for 2025 on VA disability compensation. Now, let us continue. If you haven't done so far, please smash that like button, family. Smash that like button. We're going to keep it going because people keep coming in. So that's why we say that. Now, VA law. Let's see if there's any laws that have changed. This don't, like I said, you can come here. Who we have in the room? Salute. We have who? We have our brother, Mr. International. Salute to Mr. International. Everybody show Mr. International some love because he coming in and he helping people. People are reaching out to him because, you know, I'm going to tell you the problem, what happens with a lot of us older veterans. We've been burnt so many times, we get scared and skittish of people. But we have to take a chance to make sure we get the benefits that we deserve. It's easy for us to fall for the people that's hustling us, but when somebody come at us real and kind, that's when we want to get suspicious. Show some love to our brother, Mr. International. Mr. International is in the house. That's what Brett said, and he definitely is. And we're glad that you're here. Now, and he's done a lot to help us and support us financially, helping veterans, bringing new people to the channel. And we thank all of you that do kind things like that. We appreciate you. And as my family used to say, and we value you for who you are. I had a family member used to say that. Oh boy, that just cracks me up for me to say it. Now let's see if there's any change in laws right now. I'm checking. No, I don't think it's any change since the 6th. We went over that. So go back and watch our live video. We do a update of when there's changes in law, VA law, okay? So there's none right now. Now, Mr. International says, Brett and the family, yes, indeed. Veteran policy plug say, Mr. International. Now, so y'all got to understand, and when we start blowing up, let me give this thing kind of taking me out of the picture. I ain't trying to get out the picture. Hold on, I want to be in the picture. This waterhead taking up too much screen. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. How did I do this before? All right, because I had to move over because of the thing. So Mr. International say, veteran policy plug, salute. Yes, he's our plug. Then Brett says, I shared this on Twitter. I shared this to Twitter. Okay, thank you. Make sure I read that properly. And Coasty say, hi, Mr. International. Now, Coasty, you're somewhat new to the channel, I believe, but this is how we do it all day, every day, as we say down in the South. All day, every day. You understand? It's all good. It's all good. Now, let's see what we have here. We're about supporting each other. We need a place that we can go that we can relax. We don't have to explain ourselves to nobody. That's why I enjoy being with y'all here. I really enjoy it, truly. Let me see. So there's no laws. We're going to continue. We did a law update. We do it live while we're here, and we didn't have any. Now let us continue, family. Let's see what we got going on. Remember, VA law is constantly changing almost daily. Sometimes they change. They may have 4 or 5 law changes or updates in a single day. When I say change, they just updating the law, making modifications to them. And remember, every condition, issue that you have, there's a law that it referenced back to. All right? Remember, smash that like button as you come in if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button. Now, breaking news. Some of this is newer news. Some of it is news from early in the year. Some of it may be a little longer than that. But here's the thing. It's breaking news when nobody's getting it out there. We want to make, some of you may have heard some of it, but we want to make sure you get the whole picture. One-stop shopping, huh? Let's do it. Let's deal with what's going on with the news. You can react to these videos. It's important that you do so. And we want your comments, feedback, and questions or answers. First thing we're going to talk about is overpayment, family. Did you hear me? We're going to talk about overpayment. So to do that, oh, that's right there. Look at that. To do that, we're going to show a video, and when we talk about overpayments, we're talking about when the VA overpays you, huh? And you owe them money. We got people coming into the room. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. What happens when the VA sends you a letter saying we overpaid you? How do you handle that, right? We're going to talk about that today. All right. So, hold on. I'm going to have to do something different to give me a hand, family. It almost made me leave. I got to be real careful in here because, I got several screens or almost ended the live stream. Give me a chance here. I got to do this a different way. But thank y'all for showing up and showing out. You understand, family? So let me see what I got here. I got a separate screen now. And we're going to pull up a video. So give us a second here talking about VA overpayment. And then we're going to go into more detail about how that works. We're going to see a veteran who went through something similar, right? And that's why we learn from other veterans, unfortunately, their hardships. So we want to learn. So when we know better, we do better. You get me? All right, so let me see what I got here. We're going to pull it up on the screen. While I'm doing that, let me show my face so we can be here, family, because I'm glad to have y'all here. Aren't y'all glad Coasty in the room? Aren't y'all glad that Coasty is here? All right. Yeah, man, I'm so excited. Coasty come in, he just jumped in like, I believe it's him, like they've been here all the time. Huh? As my family would say, just fit right in. Thank you, Coasty, because you for some reason, very encouraging. Just having you here, and I appreciate that. Because I get just as much out of this than y'all, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what we got. Now we're gonna pull it up. So let me put my headset on for this. And we're gonna watch this video on overpayment. It's dealing with a veteran that don't get VA compensation, but it get the VA pension. And with the VA pension, you only get a certain amount. You get? And if you make any other money, because it's a pension, they can take it from you. If you hit the lottery, they can take it out of your check. If you get anything, it affects your Social Security. You just spoke him up. Look at what we got here. We got our brother, Military Mike. Brett was asking about you. They said, have you seen him? He was over there eating some of that good gumbo. Huh? I've been tossing and turning all night thinking about that gumbo. I was hating, man. I said, nobody cooked me gumbo. I ain't had nothing in a while. I eat it sometime. But listen, Military Mike says, good evening, H-Town, and all of my fellow vets. Me and Veronica is checking in. I enjoy when y'all veterans bring y'all spouse up too. That means a lot. And sometimes even y'all bring your children up. And he said, yeah, I was doing a little hating. Huh? But I'm glad they doing good. Mr. International, he laughing about that. Now let me turn this music out as usual. Let me turn this music off. These are short videos, but we're going to be covering a variety of topics because Love said something to me interesting. He says, Tom, I like when you talk about claims and stuff like that. So we're going to make sure we have a variety of things in there, okay? We're going to put a little rice in that gumbo. You understand? As y'all come into the room, make sure y'all smash that like button, family. We got over 14 people in here, and we only have 9 likes. Smash that like button, because I know sometimes y'all don't remember coming in. Then we had Coasty, Mr. National saluted Coasty, that I believe Coast Guard, and we have Veteran Policy Plug. Good evening, Military Mike and family. Salute, family, salute. All right, let's see. I love these I-Team investigations. I'm not gonna lie to you. They put some real good stuff out. So we're gonna get this up on the screen, and we're gonna make it full screen. And then we're going to see what question my brother asked before we get started. Brett says, Chaplain Davis, can you pray Navy wins this Saturday? Can we ask God for a win? Oh, Lord. Who praying for the other side? Oh, Lord. Here we go. I'm the one that called the Blue Angels. The airplanes, I felt so horrible. I call them the Blue Devils. So God forgive me and y'all forgive me. Now, let's get into this here. Watch, very careful if you don't want to fall in the trap of owing the VA debt. Now, let's talk about debt tonight. Overpayment. All right, here we go.
Hundreds of military veterans in this country start the new year with a big worry. Where will they find the money to pay back disability benefits sent to them by mistake over the years?
The VA says the blame is largely theirs for not properly monitoring the program. Fox 5 IT reporter Randy Travis says it's put a Griffin man in a frustrating predicament. Randy.
That's right, Courtney. Yeah, Roland Taylor said it was not even his idea to apply for these non-service related disability benefits. But a decade ago, the VA said,
okay, family, I forgot to do something. Give me a second. Fair use. I know give me a second. Let's get to it. Fair use, fair use. Thank you. Fair use. Because we want to show this. This is for educational purposes to inform veterans about potential risk of owing the VA money, debt. So let's get back to it.
Said he qualified. Now they say he never was, and they want him to pay back more than $100,000.
Now let me look at this here closer.
Can you see okay?
No, but I'm looking.
It takes extra effort for Roland Taylor to see anything important these days. Glaucoma left the Vietnam veteran legally blind years ago.
47.
But there are words and numbers you sometimes wish you never saw, like you owe the VA $120,000.
They done paid you too much, and they didn't realize it at that time, and now they're gonna blame it on you to get it back.
Taylor was living in Louisville, Kentucky back in 2012 when he stopped in to one of the many VFW chapters around the country. He says his fellow veterans noticed his blindness and urged him to apply for non-service related disability benefits from the VA. He says they helped him fill out the paperwork.
Now, for y'all to understand what that is, let me explain that. That's a pension. So I don't know if it's about $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a month. If you don't qualify for VA compensation, sometimes they send you to the route of a pension. Well, pension is not service connected because it's not considered compensation. What happens? Now look what he said. Mr. International made a key statement. Where's Roland's VFW representative? Now, listen to what our brother's saying. The same person that helped him fill out the paperwork, where he at? See, this is why y'all here. We asking questions, family. We asking questions. I'm inquiring for a friend, because we don't want veterans like this brother who has serious eye problems, and they saying this all legit. They say they made a mistake. But where the rep at? Ain't nobody talking to him, just the veteran. Is he left alone holding the hook? Let's get back to it, family. So we'll talk more about the pension later. Except it's different from VA compensation. It's one of the ways the VA pay you, but it's for non-service connected situations. You're not service connected with this.
He eventually started getting $1,000 a month, more than double what he was already collecting from Social Security disability.
Life got a lot better for Taylor, now 74, who earned a Bronze Star in Vietnam.
I was able to live like people. I felt like I was winning then.
He even felt like he had enough money to remarry. But when Taylor sent the VA his updated marital status, that started a review of his benefits and eventually a ruling. The couple made too much money to qualify for the VA disability program.
I wasn't hiding nothing.
Fam, you hear that? Now, look, I learned something new today. Family, I learned something new. You know what I learned? That even if you add a dependent, is this true, Mr. International? Oh, Mr. National already saying it. Are you saying if you get married, they can go back over your paperwork? That's like opening up a claim for disability compensation. If you get married, that's a claim too. And they can go check your whole record. They wouldn't have probably never checked it if he didn't. Oh, let's see what y'all saying. Family, y'all got me nervous up in here for my brother, because this brother is doing things the honest way. How can people trying to do the things the right way get caught up? Talk about it. Now, Thumper says, this is a shame. They did the same BS to a Marine in Florida. I think I may have that, I may have that video. Now, Military Mike says, what exactly is non-service related disability? It's called, I forget the name how you said it, but it's called a pension. Okay, so basically, if you can't get service connected because you were in the military, they'll give you what you call a pension. So it might be about $1,200 a month or more. But the issue is with the pension, it's affected by how much you make. So if you getting paid somewhere else some money, it's offset. So I had a friend, he had oil royalties, and he was getting the disability, the VA pension. He had oil royalties. We're gonna talk more in detail. He had oil royalties. So when he got them checks, they would take it out of his VA check. He went to one something gambling, $1,200. He didn't get his VA pension check for that month. And it also is affected by Social Security. They can cut that. So that's why they got him. Now listen what he said here. We'll talk more in detail about it. That's not I got information on right now, but some of you they might explain. We're going to go in more detail. It might be the next thing that we talk about, okay? It's the other way to get money from the VA, but it's not like compensation. Compensation is the best. Now look at Mr. International say he made the mistake in getting married. God dog, how so, Mr. International? What did that do to him? Did they open him up for they can look into his claim? Thumper says, facts. Where is his rep? And Mr. International say, yeah, because he added a dependent. So that's opening up a claim. So even a wife is considered opening up a claim. And they can look at all your stuff. This is getting messy up in here. And I ain't trying to do nothing. But they doing my fellow veteran like this here. You know, this is one of my parents' age. You know, Vietnam veteran. Man, he should be service connected. And we're going to talk more about that in the after party because we can talk now if y'all want to. But because I'm like, why did he just get service connection? Now, Mr. International said, I thought about looking for him. He's located in Georgia, not far from me. Okay. Man, if you could find him. Now, Brett say, don't poke the bear. Well, so what should he do? Because I don't know if he's going to get anything extra about adding his wife because it wasn't compensation military, Mike. It was. So let us know, Mr. International, if you're getting the VA pension, adding a spouse, did that help you in any way? Because they're not getting all the benefits that a veteran gets for their dependents when they're service connected, because this is non-service connected pension. I used to be real sharp on it, but I ain't talked about it in a while, so I don't want to mess up information, and they may have made some changes, so I got to get thorough on that. Now, look what Mr. International say. Once he got married, it included his spouse income. Oh, so it didn't help him. Like, now think about what I'm saying. If you get VA disability compensation that most of us are either trying to get or have, they don't worry about your spouse income because it's compensation. Your spouse could be a millionaire and you can still get money for them as a dependent. They still get the benefits, Chapter 35, educational benefits, and what else? Champ VA healthcare, among others. The tax break, the home property tax break at the state level. But when you have a pension, they count any other money you get. That's the difference. They count it against the pension. So once he got married, Mr. National say it included his spouse income, so that made him not qualified, but they waited so long to do something about it. Now, Mr. National say, if I was his representative, I would have gotten him 100% the regular way. That's what you prefer. Let me say, this man is in Vietnam with a Bronze Star and the service medal. What was that representative doing? Let me ask you this, Mr. International. Do they do it because they think it's a quick way to get your benefits? But any other, do they tell a veteran that when you get if you go to the VA pension route, that it's going to count against you, count against your Social Security, count against any other money you get? Come on now. Do a lot of veterans know that? Let's finish up with the brother here, man. That's why we talking about it, family. I told you we getting into it. Everybody else want to hype it all up. Hold on, why they going somewhere? They got me on some other dude. I'm trying to look at my fam. I'm looking at what we doing here. They got me on some other dude. I thought they had me on that guy with the cigar on the roof. You know, I'm monitoring what we doing here on the channel. No, it wasn't him though. All right, let's see. Now let's continue, fam. Let's see what's going on with our brother here. Let's see what's going on. And we're going to get to y'all comments.
Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. I'll still be getting it all. Then I got me for fraud, then see.
His wife doesn't make much as a certified nursing assistant. Without that extra $1,000 a month, Taylor said they were forced to move into the cinder block rental house.
Now, there go the trick bag. If he now, Mr. International, this is where I'm confused. Mr. International and everybody else. If he wouldn't have told them about it, would that have been considered fraud if he didn't tell him that he had a spouse? See, this is where they're getting crazy. Now let's get to the information here, and we're gonna continue because I want to catch up with y'all chat. Because this is a reaction video, so y'all reacting. We're gonna be stopping it so we get your reaction because I love it. Now let's see what he said. Now, Thumper say, did he have a rating? He didn't have a regular VA compensation rating. He had a pension. That's an all or none thing from what I remember. It's just a pension. They give you about $1,200. It might be a little more. And it's not service connected, even though he was in Vietnam. So let's see what he's saying here. Boy, I wish we had Alaska Night. She would explain that pension. Anybody got that information from the website on what a pension is? Put it in the chat. Now, Mr. International say he probably got married many years before he notified the VA. That creates an overage. So he got married, but he didn't give him his license to years after he got married. That's possible. Now, Mr. International, he laughing about something I said, cutting up. Now, Military Mike says, I wonder if he was service connected with a rating and receiving a pension. Now, you can't get both. Either you get the pension if you don't qualify for compensation, but preferably you want the VA compensation because compensation is paid for a debt that's owed because you being compensated for what? Something that you lost. Loss of use of body parts, function, mental, or affect your ability to work or function in society. Now, Brett say, you getting messy, H-Town, Daddy 5.0. I'm trying to get my daughter to turn me from 5.0. I just want to be back to Dad. I ain't gonna get her but one Christmas gift this year because she had me on her phone as Daddy 5.0. Brett remembers that. Now, Mr. International say he has a duty to notify the VA of any changes in your income. Okay. Wow. Now, what? Now, let them know, Mr. International, those that are receiving VA compensation, we don't. If I win the lottery, I don't have to tell the VA nothing, right? If I'm getting compensation, only if I'm getting the VA pension. Okay, that's different now. Follow us? Now let's see what Mr. International say. I guess the rules are different when receiving a pension. Yes, they are. And we're going to go over them. I'm probably going to have them up next time. We got so much information to go over. Hopefully we can go over it tonight. You have to report all earned income. Yes, earned income matters. Let's see what he said. He said, no, you don't have to inform the VA. That's if you get VA compensation, that's what's messing with you, Military Mike and Brett and other people. You like, whoa, now you getting compensation, you ain't got to tell them nothing. You don't even have to file taxes on it. Now I'm going to ask you this, Mr. International, and those that know, let me ask you this when it comes to a VA pension. Do you have to report it on during tax time or not? Do you have to report the VA pension money? It ain't but about $1,200 to $1,400 a month. And if you get any other money, they're gonna take it out of that. Let's say you won the lottery for $1,000. You ain't gonna get your check until they take out $1,000. Because the gambling casinos refer to the IRS, and that's how the VA learns about it. Now let's see what Mr. Nancy say. No, you have to phone. Love in the house. You gonna enjoy what we talking about now, love. We gonna get into your information about claims, what you love to talk about. We're gonna be talking a little bit about that tonight too. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna get going. Everybody show love some love. Now let's get back to this here.
But then came the letter he struggled to understand. His original application did not mention that he was already receiving disability benefits from Social Security, something Taylor didn't realize was an issue. He never should have received any disability money from the VA, and they want it all back.
$120,000. You got that?
But I ain't got $20. What I'm talking about?
We're not collecting them for now.
In this Veterans Day news conference last year, VA Secretary Dennis McDonough said the government is still deciding how much money veterans should return.
So we're going to study very closely whether that set of policy steps that were taken should be, made whole by the veterans, or whether if it was indeed VA that made the faulty calculations, whether we should take care of that.
This is my area right here. This is her chair, and that's my chair.
The VA says 9,900 vets like Taylor wait for an answer this year as to how much they'll have to pay back.
I'm worried because this is putting a lot of stress on a veteran who already have other health issues. So I'm concerned about him having to pay a debt, and that's putting stress on his family. Now look what he says. He said, Love say the PAC Act left out neighbor claims, which does not have a limit on back pay. Yeah, that's slick. Now, Bionic Woman, everybody show love to our sister Bionic Woman in the house. We thank you. We pray for your speedy recovery. We can't wait till you get back up on that camera, sister. I'm being selfish. We want you to do well, get well soon, but take your time. We ain't got nowhere to go. She says, "Good evening, everyone." That's from my hospitality member there. Now, leader of the hospitality group. All right, now, Mr. International say he can receive a waiver for the balance due. Now, why is the person in charge doing all that dancing back and forth? We trying to see, because apparently there's thousands of people that's in the same situation. What can the VA do to keep a veteran from getting in this type of trick bag, and they keep allowing it to happen? Who's responsible? The veteran? Who's responsible? The veteran service officer? Who's responsible? The VA? Talk to me, family. Congress? Who gonna pay back that $120,000 that this man owed? Let's see what we got here. All right. Mr. National say he can receive. Okay, he said I read that. And Love say hello everyone. Bionic Woman. Mr. Nash say Bionic Woman and Love salute. Then we have Brett saying my pages say 14 watching. Yeah, we got quite a few in here. And y'all don't know. We get a lot. We get a lot of people watching this here. When it comes to the live, we do pretty good compared to other people. They may have a lot of people watching their videos, but when it comes to the live, we get the interaction. Now, here we go. Thank you. Is Benny and Chief, Mike and Gino and Bionic Woman watching. Bionic Woman is here, my brother. Hi, love it. Love it. Bionic Woman just said something right there. See? There go Bionic Woman. Now, let's continue because we don't wish bad. We want our brother to do good, man. Man, Let me ask you this here, Mr. International. If he was to get 100%, would they take this here money that he owed, this 120,000 out of his VA check, even if he get 100%? Come on now. Whew, this is something else. That's why we talking, so we don't get in these type of situations and we can help others that are, Let us continue.
All these little drawers here got every medicine I take, and they're full of them.
Another 30,000 veterans could also wind up owing as well. The VA is still trying to figure that out. As for Taylor, he says he's adjusted to life without that money. He just can't see a life paying it all back.
All I want to do is to not owe them.
Well, again, the VA has temporarily paused all collection efforts while it tries to decide how much blame rests with the veterans and how much with them for not better monitoring the program. And he said that he told someone else to fill out the paperwork, and he told them, back in 2012, that he was getting disability payments from Social Security. But, the guy is legally blind and couldn't see the application. Doesn't excuse the other 10,000 or so who are also on this list.
My goodness, $120,000 would be a lot of money to come up with for most people, let alone a 74-year-old veteran. But I mean, this could be affecting thousands of people, as you mentioned, Randy. Do we know the sum total of how much money could be out there that these vets would have to pay back?
Yeah, I asked that question, and the VA says they don't have that answer, but you can do some math. If all 10,000 or so owe the same amount that Mr. Taylor does, we're talking $1.2 billion here.
Wow.
Now, family, the veteran the VA don't ever know anything. How many people owe, how much it is. But they sure know they know what you owe, don't they? They know what the veteran owe, don't they? Lord have mercy. They don't know nothing unless you owe them money. Now, family, here we go. We're going to talk about this here. Keep chatting away if you need to chat. Oh, y'all chatting away. Lord, I better keep up with the chat. Now, let's see. Military Mike, hope if I miss it, hold on, let me make sure I got everything right. Oh, Lord, I got to go up here. So, family, let me pull it over here. We're going to talk about it. Let me pull myself up on the screen. And we're going to catch up on these chats before we move on to the information. And let me put that on here right. Let me add that stage. So, I don't need to add that stage. Let's see. Okay. Come on, man. Boy. Okay, we got the VA debt up there. So while I want, so we'll stay focused. Now, Love say Social Security has a waiver, not VA. I didn't know Social Security had a waiver. Now, Coasty say, hi, Love. Thumper, Mike, and Ike. Now listen. Veteran Policy Plug says, good evening, Bionic Woman. Military Mike says, oh, Lord, y'all, I got to catch up with this chat. He says, so if I receive a VA pension and I win $10,000 from a scratch-off ticket, the VA will offset my pension amount, yes, by $10,000. So you wouldn't get a check until that $10,000 is taken out of your pension. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's how it works. Let's get some clarification on this, please. That's the case. That's why I don't think they really tell veterans when they so-called helping them, when they fill out this paperwork, they're not telling them that your other income will be counted when you get a pension. I ain't mean to scare y'all, family. I'm just trying to do it because people keep falling in. That's why we created this channel. People not telling y'all this. They telling you, get 100%. Come over to the secret room. Well, they ain't telling you this secret, are they? Now, Mr. National say the problem is these veterans are in a situation because of a lack of effective representation. I totally agree. Because he was blind. Shouldn't they waive it because this man is legally blind? He can see somewhat. He trusting the person that's filling out the paperwork, right? Now, Coastie, hi, Bionic Woman. And Bionic Woman say, I'm here. Hi, Brett, I'm here. Now, Mr. Military Mike says, good evening to all veteran brothers and sisters in the room. Yes, indeed. Now, Mr. International says, I wouldn't allow them to take it out of his check without due process. Compensation and pensions are two separate entities. Yes, so even if he owe on the pension side of the game, that's totally separate from the compensation side of the game. And you got to understand something. Let me ask you this here. Could he do a hardship, Mr. International? Would it, because you that if they take the money, it's an undue hardship. Could he kind of use that as a way not to pay? Now, Love say, always seek the money back no matter what. Yeah, but they tell you they don't know how much they need, but they count your money and my money every day, apparently, right? How they did this Vietnam veteran. Come on now. Now, let's see what else we got here. How is the knee, Bionic Woman? From Brett. Then we have Mr. International said, H-Town, remember, we only get one side of the story. Now, we have to always look at it like that. We always got to look, because we see the veteran as the victim, but we don't know the full thing of what went down. We got to be balanced too. Now, even though we sympathize, he's right. He always brings us back to that. And we have Thumper says, the VA so busy watching our pockets, they can't keep their business straight. Yes, but they even admit that many of these cases, especially one like his, that you know, some of it's their fault. Bionic Woman say, Brett, I have the knee on ice. Good job. You still got it on ice. Okay, Bionic Woman. Good to hear. I hope that swelling go down. Love say, hello, everyone. Then, hold on, I got a cough, y'all. Now, Love say, it's best to let VA know VA will want their money back. VA wants their money back. But the question is, what if you let them know and they don't do anything with it? They still don't take the money out. You got to do your due diligence to make sure that they taking out the right amount. Now, the Bionic Woman say, Coastie, hi. Now, we almost caught up on the chat, family. Y'all doing so good. As y'all come in here, please do us a favor. Smash that like button. All right? Smash that. Hit that notification button. Make sure you're notified of the next live stream, okay? Now, let me do this here right. Smash that like button, family. We got 15 people in the room, but only 12 likes. Hit that like button. Now, let's see what our brother's saying here. Well, we got 16. Y'all are doing it. Thank you. Now, Mr. International says we have 17. Okay, Mr. International says they shouldn't waive it because he's blind. So he said, me being sympathetic, saying, but he couldn't see. So you saying just because he's blind, why should they waive it? He said they should waive it because just because he filled out the application, it's the fault. It's VA fault for approving him. Gotcha. Now I got you on that. Now, Evan Almighty has 2 words. Let me put this down for a minute. He got 2 words: buy Bitcoin. Everybody show love to Evan. Now, Military Mike says, does that mean veterans receiving pensions from the VA are excluded from receiving money from casinos, lotteries, and Powerballs? That's exactly what it means. It means, well, not necessarily receiving it. It's meaning you won't be getting that pension check. I say if you do that, you win millions of dollars, you get the $1 million, and then try to fight to get VA compensation so you don't have to worry about that pension check. Huh? I wouldn't turn down no whole bunch of money from no lottery for no pension check. Now, VA compensation, you can win the biggest lottery you want, and you ain't got to report that to nobody at the VA. Am I right? Let me know if I'm wrong. But now, when you win that Powerball, they gonna know about it because the IRS is gonna let the VA know when you have a pension. They gonna let them know you got that money. You understand? Now, Love says, VA don't care. Congress lets this happen. Let me put it where I can see it better, because I'm gonna get it better for a minute. Let it happen. There should have been rules and regulations on time limits and how much the VA can recoup. Now, that's a good idea. Yeah, if they not doing it, they need to have a time limit on how much they can recoup. Smash that like button, family. Smash that like button. Now, Brett says, Evan Almighty in the house. Yes, indeed. Now, we got Bionic Woman say, the VA knows that at age 65, Americans receive Social Security if they have enough credits from work. Yeah, but when you're dealing with that pension and you're getting Social Security, you got to let them know, because I think that's an offset, if I'm correct. Anything you getting, they going to hold against you. Any money in the bank, all that, I think, if I'm not wrong. I ain't dealt with a pension in a long time, so I have to get refreshed on that. Thumper said, I agree, Mr. International. They approved the paperwork. Go ahead with it. Now, let's see what Military Mike, our brother Military Mike, talking about. He say, Veronica's leftover gumbo is right on time. Whatever, Military Mike. You know how to stick it in deep. You take that knife, he twist it. Once he get it, he twist it. Look what he say. The season marinated over even stronger. Yeah, when you come back and get leftover, that season setting there like that, I can't be talking. You got me dreaming about gumbo. He said, Oh, look, hold on. What did I miss? Okay. Mr. International laughing. Oh man, this man, I'm talking this here. He got my mind on gumbo. Where the gumbo at? Let me see. I got this here. Now, family, I need to clean my glasses off. Now, Love say, VA never takes responsibility. What they do wrong, from my experience, you have to fight to prove VA is wrong. And even if you do prove that they're wrong, do they get punished, or you just supposed to get what you're entitled to? Love. VA rules and regulations are for the VA, not for the veterans. Well, it's not to protect the veterans, in most cases, I believe. Now, family, we caught up on this here. We gonna I'm feeling what y'all saying. Let me pull something else up on the screen here. All right, let me get another presentation on the screen. Let's see what I got. Okay, that was the only one I had. Let me go find another. I got to minimize. I got to be real careful not to actually close out what we're doing. Now, let's go to the next one, family. Now we dealt with the overpayment. Family, and we fair used it. There we go. Bam. Oh, didn't mean it. Boy, I got to be real careful. Family, I can't get this thing act right for nothing. This thing won't stop. Hold on. It won't do nothing. Hold on, family. Okay, there you go. Now, let me see. It's done that double click thing. Hold on. So we did that. We did the fair use. Give me a second. I'm glad y'all coming into the room. Those of you coming into the room, hold on. Now, okay. Now here's the information about what we're talking about. Now I wish now it's doing that old double click stuff. So y'all forgive me. Sometime when I get to clicking, it'll double click. So Mr. National says, do the VA get punished? I don't think so. They get a second chance. They get a slap on the wrist. You cut that out. You do good. Okay. You got to understand. You know how to be saying it's so complex. And yeah, they just talking in circles. Well, see, we have all that money. What the program really won't tell us the balance. They never know a balance. Now, Brett says, get some coffee and cashews. It's 9 p.m. break time. Now I need something for the break, but we're gonna get this stuff going. I don't have the cashews tonight, but I got some wings. I got some wings from Wingstop. All right, let's see what our brother Mr. Now look what Military Mike says. He says H-Town Vet has the realest slides ever. Thank you. We want to bring you the best quality. You understand? We put funds in this to make sure that this comes out right. I don't want to give you anything that I wouldn't give myself. That's why we do this. We take the time it takes. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to show you that other Marine. He had the same situation with that pension. I think we're going to show you that. Now, Love says, I never heard the VA get punished for doing something wrong. The VA are allowed to correct their mistakes from my experience. We don't get to correct our mistakes. What we get, $120,000 bill. Now, I'm pulling it up, family. So he say, H-Town cutting up. And this is a veteran. This ain't just for this for veterans. No matter where you live in the United States, they not playing. They dealing with that pension. That's some stuff. Now let it go another veteran, and this was a shorter video, but I want you to hear him too because I was gonna leave it out, but I think somebody brought him up. This is one of our Marine brothers. Okay, so let me pull it up. Like I say, we got the information, and y'all want to hear it, so we're gonna put it out.
Country, now thousands of veterans are being served a bill because of government oversight. Thanks for joining us for 10 Tampa Bay at 6. I'm Dave Wagner.
And I'm Carolina Lead. Right now, many low-income veterans receiving pension payments from the VA are being hit with letters saying they need to pay back thousands and thousands of dollars.
10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Persician shares the story of a local Marine who reached out to 10 Tampa Bay saying he'll be underwater if forced to pay what he's told he owes.
Number 5.
Patrick McFeely is one of the few and the proud. Outside his Sarasota County mobile home waves the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, alongside the flag he signed up to defend.
My partner passed away. I came down here, and I love it down here.
The Marine Corps veteran makes ends meet with pension payments from the VA and, after he turned 62, Social Security.
It was like $2,400 a month.
Not a lot, but enough to get by. And things were fine until a few weeks ago when he got a letter in the mail.
Your entitlement to compensation and pension benefits has changed. As a result, you were paid $108,000 more than you were entitled to receive.
The Department of Veterans Affairs says McFeely was overpaid more than $100,000, and they will withhold money each month to pay back his debt.
And so when I called them, all I got to run around and saying that it's because I collected Social Security, and they didn't know it. And they said I didn't report it, but when it's documented that they know I was collecting Social Security at the time.
On top of that, the VA notified him nearly 10 years after he began collecting Social Security. Every year, overpayments to Pat ticked up roughly $10,000. Throughout, he had no idea there was any issue.
I'm hand to mouth, and I'm going to be 72 in January. So it's a little bit late to try to collect $108,000 from me.
So why did it take the VA so long to tell him he was being overpaid? In a statement, the department tells me from 2011 to 2022, 11 years, they were unable to reliably verify veterans' income due to data discrepancies. In 2022, when they were finally able to, they determined nearly 10,000 vets were overpaid. In many cases, like McFeely's, it spanned years.
At the bottom of this letter, it says how to manage financial stress. So now they want me to contact a suicide hotline, which is crazy. They're the one that put me in this situation.
The VA says they recognize the hardship this may cause, and because of it, are pausing collection until they determine a path forward and pursue options for relief.
Well, what can be done is putting reforms in place to ensure that this just doesn't happen from the beginning.
Congressman Greg Steube, an Army veteran, has grilled Social Security over these overpayment issues and says the federal agencies are the ones at fault.
And this is a mistake that the agencies are making. Why is it on the onus of the service member who, through no fault of their own, didn't know they assumed these payments were correct, and now all of a sudden they got to cut a check for $120,000?
And he took the words out of McFeely's mouth, which will be hard to feed if the VA expects him to pay what they say he still owes after serving.
I don't think this is right the way they treat people, though. Too much red tape.
In Northport, Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.
Now, the VA says they are also putting a pause establishing debts for other vets who have been overpaid, approximately 30,000 of them. We connected McFeely with Congressman Steube's office to see if there's a faster path to relief. In the meantime, though, the debts won't be collected. Patrick reached out to us to share this story. If you have a
Family, this stuff crazy, man. This is crazy, brothers and sisters. This is crazy. Now, let me see what he says. Let me go down to Love's comments. Let's keep up with what we got going on, because we're trying to keep that chat straight, right? So he says, Love says, and I got to put it up big screen. You know I'm getting old and blind. Now, he said, I never heard the VA get punished. Okay, I think I read that one. He said I was cutting up. He say H-Town is seriously cutting up. I know I am. That's what my grandma said. Boy, stop cutting up. I said, yes, ma'am. I remember some females was in the room a while back calling him Papa. Poppy. Don't say Poppy, because guess what they've been saying, Military Mike? Angel was saying that I'm Dominican, and when the president come into play, he gonna deport me. Stand up for me, Military Mike. You know I'm a man down here from Texas. You know, ain't no immigrants talking with this type of accent. Tell them. Oh, y'all cutting up, man. Y'all my family. But I love y'all, man. Y'all, I really enjoy y'all. Y'all are very incredible. Now, love say, and we here to keep each other sharp, family. Some people don't want to hear this. They want to go back and stick their head in the hole. No, you need to know what's going on, because you won't be accused nobody of lying to you. Now, let's see what I got. This thing getting me on my nerves. Oh, now it's working right. Okay, now. He say, now look what Love say no rules or regulations how long the VA can take to recoup money they are owed. Now, that's a good question. Mr. International, how long can they go back? 10 years? Is there a statute of limitations on VA debt, brother? Anybody else know? Can they go back 20 years? Talk to us now. Mr. International says the veteran needs to utilize the appeal process. I didn't think about that, bro. Because this man say they sending him stuff about taking his own life. Why they putting that man in that? They trying to depress him. They trying to give him an option. Don't do this man like that. Come on now. He say they contacted the news, but did they contact a lawyer? Bam! That's why we got y'all here, man. Y'all looking at it from different angles. I'm kind of upset at what's going on with the veterans. Now, let's see what Military Mike says. H-Town vet, we will never let Trump deport you. Yay! Look, I ain't tell you, I cry like a baby, man. Where they gonna send me, man? Where they gonna take me? I want to be here at home. I don't mind visiting those places, but I'm scared to visit right now, Military Mike, because they used to joke with me by me being a foreigner, man. I said, man, I'm just a regular black dude. I keep my ID everywhere I go. My driver's license, my military ID. I got all kind of IDs. I won't go nowhere. Oh boy, I ain't laughing no more. Y'all see what Mr. International put in there? Ain't no statute of limitations. They can go back. Hold on, Mr. International. Hold on now. You taking it too far, Mr. International. Are you saying that they could go back 20 years? If you owe them money, they can go back 20 years? Excuse me, man. Now, he owed these guys on 100,000, 120. Can you end up on the VA 500,000, $500,000? That ain't possible, is it? Is there a cap, Mr. International? Now, let's see what Coastie says. I thought you looked familiar. Did I see you on a raft in the Caribbean eating catches? No. No, he Coast Guard. Listen, I'm your brother. I'm from here, okay? I was born and raised in Texas. My daughter get on me because, you know, I was born in 1968. She said, Dad, it don't even say black on your birth certificate. It says Negro. She said, that could be a Spanish word. I said, no, but I was born here, baby. I used to joke to my family that the circus dropped me off under a bridge because I was so different from them, and they used to get real mad about that. Now I don't tell that joke no more. Now listen, because they got me scared, man. And we about to watch something else. It's about to get real messy tonight, dealing with veteran business. You understand? Now listen what Thumper say. I think they contacted the news with the hopes an attorney takes his case and put the VA on notice. Oh man, I hope so. Love say Social Security has statutes of limitations. VA don't. You did tell me that earlier. My fault. Love told me that, and Mr. International confirmed my fault. He did tell me that earlier. Now, Mr. International, y'all know we only been on here an hour and 14 minutes. We getting through this information, family, and we sitting here waiting for Military Mike to finish that gumbo. You got time for you, Military Mike? I don't know why you brought it up. I ain't talking about. I didn't even bring it up. Oh, I did just now, didn't I? Mr. International say veterans talking to people that can't do anything for them. Well, they think they can get them to feel sorry for them, Mr. International. The VA don't feel sorry for nobody. Can you guilt the VA? Can you make them feel sad? Now, they give Congress excuses. Can we give them excuses, y'all? Now, what can the news do for these veterans? This is not This is nothing but exploitation. Oh, you talking about on the part of the news, they just getting ratings off of it. They can't do nothing for the vet. I sit back and peep game. Now he said, Mr. International said, Military Mike said, Mr. International, you mean to tell me that the VA has no statute of limitations when asking for millions, but Diddy, Cosby, R. Kelly, etc. have statute of limitations? Laugh out loud. Yeah, they went back Bill Cosby 40 years, 50 years in some cases. Heck, I don't know what I did last week. Thumper, he laughing. Brett say Chaplain Davis says H-Town from Mexico. Yeah, because I tell him I'm from East Texas. He said and cannot be deported. Because I told Chaplain Davis, I said, yeah, I tell them all, I was just talking to everybody. I said, yeah, I'm from East Texas. This is the southern part. This is South. Even though, from Dallas all the way down here to Houston, we eat soul food. It's a lot of black people. The West Side is more like cowboy stuff. We got cowboys here. My family cowboys. But what I'm saying, it's more like Arizona or some desert. It started turning into desert, half Texas desert. And you know what Chaplain Davis say? You live in East Mexico, West Mexico. I said, oh, Lord. Now, it used to be Mexico here. It did. Texas did. Mr. International, if the benefits was received improperly, educational benefits, healthcare benefits will have caused an overage. Whoa. I want y'all to listen to this. Mr. International, you're going to make me shut down the live stream in mid-sentence, dude. So you saying that my daughter getting Chapter 35, if there's an overpayment, that'll have to be paid back too? You saying if it's dealing with VA, Champ VA, and there's an overpayment, that would have to be paid back too? So this overpayment thing goes to every... Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Could you ever see a situation when it comes to a VA home loan that the VA veteran would have to pay the VA back anything or not? Because it doesn't necessarily deal with money. Man, y'all got me nervous now. Love say VA has their own set of regulations, of rules, but we have to follow their rules and regulations and timeline when filing paperwork. Wow, we do. Now, Love say H-Town, leave the time out of it. Okay. Ain't no time. I'm thinking, man, because nobody want to be coming back 10 years, 15 years, and you tell me I owe a whole bunch of money. Why y'all didn't tell me that before? Oh, we made a mistake. Well, if you made a mistake, why I got to pay for your mistake if I didn't do it intentionally? And why lawyers are not taking these cases, Mr. International? Why aren't lawyers taking these cases? Talk to me, family. Or do they? Mr. International laughing. And Thumper says, if the veteran is having an issue with the VA, I seriously doubt that they can go to the VA for help. Wow. That's real talk. That's facts, brother. Now, Thumper says the first veteran got screwed over by a VSO, and he don't know what it is because he was telling him from what he said. He told him, hey, me and my wife get this money. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Now, where that VSO is now? That veteran service officer from the VFW that helped him. Mr. International brought that up. Where's they at? Why they not helping clean this up? Now, Mr. International says if the benefits were received improperly and you wasn't entitled to the benefits, you will have to pay back MGIB, vocational rehab, and other benefits that you receive. I never thought about it like that. I only thought about the monetary VA compensation. I ain't think about voc rehab. Man, y'all open up a whole game here. Now I got to come up with a whole thing of how VA debt works, the different types of VA debt, and I'm gonna need y'all help me. You know, you can send me some emails too, Mr. Nash, so we can make sure all of them, so I don't have to specify, but we want to break them down as much as possible. Mr. Nash say, why y'all screaming lawyer now? I think what you say, where are these VSOs and veteran service organizations? Where they at when this happened to veterans? So why we got to pay a lawyer when these VSOs should be able to help us get out of this? They somewhere by themselves. And let me ask you this here. Well, I guess they can't help you. What about them unaccredited claim sharks? They probably couldn't help you with something like this, I'm assuming. Now, look at what the military Mike says. Hey, H-Town vet, don't forget, The Economist already published an article. I watched that Economist. You talking about that YouTube channel. I watched that article saying, or you talking about a newspaper. Let me know which one so we'll know what to look for. Already published an article saying today's veterans are receiving absurdly generous benefits. They hating on us heavy, family. They hating on us heavy. But our brother Evan Almighty got us a solution if they messed with our VA compensation. Buy Bitcoin. I was over. Oh, let me get the love. My Lord. Did you hear what? Let me get back to you, Evan. I skipped. I thought you had a simple comment. Evan Almighty was overpaid. Now, he overpaid. Let me see this here. Love say, you have to get someone to help you with the numbers. Stay informed and notify the VA and help keep your copies you sent to the VA. Then you can fight. It's almost like you need an accountant. But what accountant knows about VA benefits? I might have to, when my daughter become an accountant, teach her about this VA stuff so she can help veterans, huh? Do you think she could be a good a veteran accountant dealing with compensation and benefits? Do you think that makes sense? Let me know. Evan Almighty says, I was overpaid $5,000 on my GI Bill. Did they ask for the money back, brother? Evan Almighty say, they took $150 every month. I had overpayment, and I had to pay about that amount every month. He said, I got $134 left. Did they charge you interest, my brother? Oh, newspaper, The Economist. Okay, I'm going to look in that. I'm going to look for it, okay? Because I like to look at different sources. Now, Military Mike says newspaper. Love say veteran service officers and VSOs are a joke sometimes. I'm going to have to go into this information, family. So, and he said, Evan, I might say no. Don't charge interest. Okay. Now, Mr. International says, I had a veteran that the VA is trying to take her service connection, and it will create a balance due over $100,000 to educational benefits. Are you saying when they take it, they're going to retroactively take it? I thought they just started from the date that they say they're no longer service connected. Can they have a retroactive service connection where they go back and take their service connection for years in the past so that the veteran end up owing money? Is that possible? Now, here we go. Now, let's go. We're going to finish this. We're going to go read this information here, family. So I'm about to pull it up on the screen because y'all are fired up in here today. He said, yes, there's a retroactive balance due. Wow. Just like they can pay you back pay, they can take your money, family. Now, listen. I'm going to read this information here, family. Bear with me. How to avoid overpayment. You know, how to avoid VA overpayment. What is, hold on, I'm going to read it because it's kind of blurry on my screen. So give me a second. I'm going to read it from my, oh boy, I put that in. Give me a second, family. I know y'all chatting here. I'm going to pull Thumper up. Thumper say, this reminds me of when you would have more money on your check and be scared. The first thing we did was go to finance and have them explain it. Yes, let me tell you what happened with my GI Bill, Evan Almighty and brother Thumper. I had the old GI Bill I went in the 80s, late 80s. And so what happened was this. Let me pull myself up on the screen. And what happened was this, my brothers and sisters. I end up paying, they were paying me while I was going to college. My last semester, I had run out of funds. So my last semester, I knew I wasn't supposed to get any more money. But that December, they sent me a check, for January coming up. I said, no. Y'all can't send me no money on the GI Bill because y'all don't owe me no more. You know what they told me? They say, we know that you run out of funds, but we're going to pay you until you finish school. We're not going to leave you behind. Did you hear what I said? This happened in like 1998. I say, wow. And they never asked me for that money back. Now you got me scared. Now let's see what Love say. Yes, for sure, H-Town, your daughter would be a big help to veterans with overpayments. Remember, H-Town, the VA has no limit, no time limit, recouping back pay money. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to see how we can work that in because I got the knowledge and y'all got the knowledge and I could teach her on that how she can help veterans. And she could come up with her own business, couldn't she? Because, she going to be committed to it because she get the benefits and that, somebody who had a parent, that's a good thing. Overpayment. Wow. Now, what was I telling you I'm looking? Okay, I'm about to read this to y'all and I'm pulling it up on full screen. Give me a second here. I'm trying to see what I got. You know how it is. You got so much going. Okay, here go overpayment. I'm going to pull it up. Now, we're going to start off with the first page, family. So I'm going to pull it up on the full screen, but I'm going to be reading it off something else because I didn't have a time to get the lettering a little better. Whenever you translate it, it's kind of, let me see. Okay. Now, there you go. Looking at, we're going to start with that. The first 2 pages dealing with overpayments. So follow us, family, because we want this detailed. The first one, the one that you see on your screen now, how to avoid VA overpayment. And then it says, what is VA overpayment? A VA overpayment is when a veteran receives more VA benefits than he or she is entitled to. So it's a benefits. So it don't have to just be your compensation, like Mr. International says. It's talking about benefits, and they have a monetary value on your benefits. Wow, this is scary. I guess that can include health care. Ooh, woo, 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 woo. Now, Love say, consider your fortune, H-Town. I hope you keep a copy of the letter saying you can keep the money. I never got a letter saying that. He just told me that over the phone. No, I think they sent me something, but I may not have it. They did send me something. They gave me money when I wasn't entitled to it. Oh, am I putting myself out there? They told me it's cool. They're going to cover me because I was trying to send the money back. Oh, they're going to take my money and I'm going to get deported. Wow. Now, here we go. And that's no joke, but I'm just telling you that he and she is entitled to VA overpayment is when a veteran receives more VA benefits than he or she is entitled to, and therefore must pay that extra money back to the Department of Veteran Affairs. Often this happens if a veteran is delayed in submitting paperwork or forget to update records like dependent status, that you got a new wife or you lost your wife. Well, it's kind of if you lose your wife. Let's say you get a divorce from your husband or wife. You better let them know, because sooner or later they're gonna get that divorce paper, and they say, "Oh, you didn't tell us this until 3 to 5 years after you got divorced. You owe us all that money for that dependent." Yes, indeed. When discovered, now listen to what I'm saying, and you know it takes a while. When discovered, those funds are owed to the VA and may result in a reduction of your future monthly benefit amount until the debt is paid. So here's the number and contact information. So you need to make sure, okay, family, that and I know we're going over a lot of information here, but I want to make sure y'all straight. You need to make sure that you contact them if you have overpayment, or and get back with them if they tell you do. Here's the 1-800 number. Now let me catch up with this here. Mr. Nash, let's see what Mr. Nash, he laughing and some with a pencil. He write that down. Documentation. You right. Love say, H-Town, foot in your mouth. Look, I get confused without my medicine. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't remember. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember the phone call. I want my rep. Oh, that's right. The reps are backing out on veterans. Wow. Now he says my rep sent in all my income to the VA. I am 200% below the poverty level. Wow. Now see, I was just back then. I was just taking their word for it. I wasn't even Search Connected back then. Now look, here's some of the common reasons for overpayment, family. Are you ready? And it's up there to the right at the bottom section, the VA form. It says some common overpayment situations are: a veteran in the reserve may be called up for active duty and still be receiving VA benefits. So if you got VA benefits but you call up to the reserve, apparently you can't get both. So you got to let them know so they cut them benefits off. Another reason: a veteran receiving educational benefits does not complete the course required. So if you're in a course and you don't complete that class, they want that money back. Like Voc Rehab or whatever, or like what's that one called? The one that for the 9/11 veterans. Now here we go. A veteran has a change in marital status and does not notify the VA. Uh-oh. That's another reason you have overpayment. Another one: a veteran does not report that a school-age child has married. That changed the game. If your school-age child get married, even though they're dependent, that changed the whole game. I think they drop off. Now, another reason, and I'm going to get to your comment, Military Mike. He or she experiences the death of a dependent and does not notify VA. Ooh, here goes some other common ones. A veteran receives care at a VA medical facility and does not pay a required copay. Listen, they will garnish your check. They will garnish your check, and they can do it. The VA hospital can get into your VA compensation check. They one of the few people that can. Now, another reason that there'll be overpayment situations: a veteran or a beneficiary is incarcerated but still receives benefits during the period of the incarceration. I've seen a few incarcerated veterans do this. where they're in a situation where they they get incarcerated, but they still receiving they 70 or 100%. Remember, you're only supposed to receive 10% if you're incarcerated over 60 days, at least 61 days for a felony. Now, if it ain't for a felony, and if it ain't 61 days, even though it is a felony, they don't supposed to take it. But after that, you need to let them know, cut that check off. I know a veteran, he got it for a couple of years. His sister was getting the money, and he ended up having to pay it back. Or that goes for other people in the family that's incarcerated. Now you can sometimes get the money to go to your dependents, but you don't supposed to be getting the check just by yourself. You have to fill out an apportionment. They do, the family member. So incarceration is another one. Now here's another one here. A veteran or beneficiary receives an income-based pension. Don't report a change in income. What isn't that what these two videos was about? Now listen to what it says. Income-based pension is based on your income. The more income you get, the less you won't qualify for it. It can disqualify you depending on how much income you're getting. And does not report the change in income. Oh boy, the VA got it right here, huh? I guess these called us secrets. You better read the paperwork like Love say. They saying it right here on the paper. Now here's the last one they got. What Mr. International was saying. I'm gonna get the military Mike and Mr. International statement. Okay, the vocational rehab program purchased a service or tool for a veteran who then leaves the program without a valid reason. So you get in there and they buy you a computer. You get in there, they buy you some stuff to help you do your training for your field that you're going into. And you get that stuff and then you owe them thousands of dollars, because that could be all type of stuff that they can get you to help you with your education. You're going to get them that money back one way or another, brother or sister. Now, let's see what Military Mike is saying. He said, I owed the VA when I was in the National Guard. At that time, I was receiving 10%. Over the years, it accumulated to about $5,000. Man, isn't that funny how that money can accumulate? I had an overpayment because when I knocked my spouse off, knocked him off the benefits. What I did, I got him off the house, so I sent a copy of the divorce decree to who? To the VA. I thought the VA was the same, everybody. But now the one that deals with the VA home loan is a different department from the one that deals with VA compensation. So they didn't knock off that person as my dependent. So they say, I sent it and got a stamped copy, but you got to send it to the right department. Now, I think all of us have to pay about $5,000. When it gets to about $5,000, that's when they give us a call, right? Now, when I received an increase, they deducted the money from my back pay, yes. Or they're deducted from your back pay, or you can ask them to make payments, all right? Because some people be on 20, 30,000. And if you get, listen, if you get one of those doggone, what they call it when you get out of the military and you get a severance pay, once you get your VA disability, if you get it once you get out, you got to pay that severance pay back. Did you hear what I said? They don't tell you that, do they? They want it back. He said, uh-oh, yes, indeed. Now, family, now let's go to that second page, family. We about to go to the second page. We can walk through that whole thing. We slow walked it. You understand? Now let's go to the second page. How can you fight back? Huh? If you owe the VA some money, what can you do to deal with it, family? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, how to avoid veterans overpay. Okay, let's listen. How do I get my overpayment waived or canceled. Listen, and I want some of y'all advice on this too. Don't, as we get into it, if y'all got any suggestions, that's good too. This is the VA saying it. If you believe you have received an overpayment notice in error, then you may request a waiver to terminate collection action on a debt. If a waiver is granted in full or part, you will not be required to pay the amount that was waived. Now, work with an accredited. Listen to what Mr. International said. Listen to what Mr. International said. Look what they say here. They give you some advice what to do. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Officer representative to assist with the waiver process, or contact VA Debt Management Center for additional information. And I'm going to give you the website again. Wow. Mr. International said that. Where's all these VSOs when it's time? Why? Let me ask you this, Mr. International. Why do you think the VSOs seem like they like helping with claims, but not when the veteran owed debt? I didn't even know they can help you with that. They never said it. Now let's get down here. That's the number, contact information. Now, look at the note. If you receive your request for a waiver within 30 days of the overpayment notice, then you will continue to receive your full benefits until a decision regarding your request for a waiver is provided. So I'm assuming, Mr. International and everybody, that when you put in your request, that's like putting in an appeal, right? When you're refuting that you owe the money, is that like an appeal, Mr. International? The request that you put in? For more information about the waiver process, and there you go, we're going to go. Look how we went over that, family. Come on now. And y'all can look back at this video, watch it 100 times. Get H-Town the views on that. Let us continue. Now, here's where you can request that form. Submit your waiver to. Here you go right here. Confirm always. www.va.gov. Debtman, submit a waiver request. ASAP, baby. Now, let's see what, let me get back up here on the screen. Let's see what we got going. Now, okay, family, hold on. Let me make sure I put it right. Now, Love say it's a lot of work for the service organizations and VSOs. It is, but if we're in a bind, now let's see what Military Mike is saying here. I'm gonna pull it back up full screen. We got some more videos. We're gonna make it interesting here. So you want to show up. We got 18 people in here, family. Huh? We're gonna make it interesting. And it's probably more because it's 18. Okay. Smash that like button, family. If you're in here, check to see if you got that thumbs up button black that's lit up. Okay. Now, Military Mike says, I was in the National Guard for 31 years with 8 years after duty time. I remember I received a re-enlistment bonus at my 6-year mark. It was for $10,000. This is why I talk, okay, even with the re-enlistment bonus, let me see what happened with this. At that time, I was receiving 10% from the VA. Okay. Can they come back for the money? I don't know. Can they come back for a re-enlistment? I don't know if they can come back for a re-enlistment, but if you do a severance, I had to help a veteran, 2 veterans who got a severance bonus, but I don't know if you get a re-enlistment bonus. Mr. International may know about that, or somebody else in here, or Thumper. Let us know. Now, Mr. International say there's a difference between asking for a waiver and challenging a debt. Come on now. Because if you ask for the waiver, you might ask for a waiver because of a hardship, saying I might owe it, but can you please waiver it? But if you challenge, thank you for making that clarification. But if you challenge a VA debt, you saying, no, I don't want to pay it because I don't owe it. Or something's wrong in the process. Now, Love say, like anything else, you have to fight and prove it. Man. Now listen, Mr. International. Mr. International gets into it. He said, I contested the debt amount because it was incorrect. When the judge realized the error, they dismissed the entire debt. Praise God. Now, ain't that something? So the amount was in error. The judge didn't come back and recalculate. The judge just got rid of the whole debt. I like that. Great job, Mr. International. Thank you for out there helping us. Show love, show love. Now, I don't know if that was you or another veteran you helped, but much love. Love say you have to prove why you should get a waiver. Indeed. Now, family, are we doing good tonight? Family, we've been on here less than 2 hours, and we got through some real powerful information, and we're about to continue. Oh, Lord, just when I'm doing good, family. Just when I'm doing good. Give me a second, family. Give me a second, family. Oh, boy. Just when I thought it was safe to go back in the water. Y'all, I was doing so good. Give me a second, okay? I'm going to put my whole face up here. I got to go back. That thing jumped all the way back. Boy, we were doing good, wasn't we, family? Oh, I'm here. Okay. Now, let's see what we got here. Okay, now let's see, can we make this work? Now, the VA, does it work the same for the VA? What if the VA misappropriates money? Do they have to repay? What about these bonuses, family? Huh? Come on, talk to me. What about these bonuses? What if it go to the wrong person? Do they develop a debt that they have to pay? Let me see if I got it. Hold on. I don't know. Fair use, family. Fair use. Give me a second here. All right. Now let me close this out. I got so many screens, and I appreciate y'all patience, family. Oh, he said 10 more minutes to the after party. So what I might have to do is talk about the whatchamacallit next time. Yeah, let me get these other little videos out the way, and we'll talk about the PACT Act on the next video, because we doing good. We might skip. We gonna look. Let's see what he got here. Love say you have to prove why you have the waiver. Love say H-Town. There you go. Keep up with the time. Veteran is keeping up with the time. Veteran, I'll stop talking about the time. Veteran policy plug. You are outstanding, H-Town. Thank you. He say 10 more minutes. So let me get to these other ones. We're not gonna cover the PACT Act. We're gonna do that on Thursday, because that's gonna be a whole. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna slow walk it, because I figured we wouldn't be able to get, but I want to have extra just in case, because we can get this after party. But I want to go over these other videos, and then y'all gonna talk. Let's see what he got here. Mr. National say, if the VA accuses you of owing $5,000 and it is later found that the correct amount should have been $5,005, they cannot come back and notify you of the debt again. So make sure that they're doing the proper amount so you can get that thing debunked and kicked out of there. You understand? Now, I got to get to this stuff, because let me get to these last videos, because our brother ready to get. Let me see what we got here. All right, we're gonna start with this young brother here. All right, let me get it here. All right, excuse me. So I hope y'all don't hear that. Let me mute that. I'm trying to get past this commercial, family. So we're gonna get on to it, and we're gonna do this about 2 or 3 little short videos, and we're gonna get to it. Now we're gonna be talking about veterans, and we're about to get to it. Let me see what oh, no, I got to get to the, give me a second. Oh, there you go. I had the wrong one put up. I'm so sorry. Oh, I can just switch out. I didn't know that I could switch out. Now let's talk about these bonuses, okay? Let's talk about these bonuses. All right. Now let's pull it up on the screen. Fair use. Let's see what we got here. And let's talk about these bonuses. This is going to be a minute and 8 seconds.
The Department of Veterans Affairs is under fire on Capitol Hill. Some lawmakers attacked the VA for giving out nearly $11 million in bonuses to senior VA managers that were meant for frontline employees at hospitals, clinics, and field offices. The VA's Inspector General, in a report released last month, found that the department improperly awarded the critical skills incentives to more than 180 executives. VA Secretary Dennis McDonough told the House Armed Services Committee that the decision to give out the bonuses resulted from a series of massive mistakes.
Ultimately, these issues happened on my watch, and as I testified to you in March, I should be held to account for them.
Mr. Secretary, in September, you called this decision a policy error. I call this behavior criminal.
Secretary McDonough said he still has confidence in his leadership team and would not seek any resignations.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge.
I'm eating over here, y'all. Don't be mad at me. Y'all hear that? He say it's my fault, and they say it's criminal, but ain't nobody going to jail. Let me catch these last two. Now, Love say your daughter would be a good help for overpayments for veterans. Veterans need help with the numbers to fight the overpayments. Okay. We'll see how we can work something like that in. Look what he said. He say, Military Mike say, maybe for the after party, we can talk about subjects such as military spouses and gumbo. We can do whatever you want. I'll talk about that gumbo. Now, because we're about through, but I want to get these other things going here. Now, what's that? Family, y'all be picking on H-Town. What's this talking about here? Veterans and deportation. I learned how to do something easier now here. Let's talk about it, family. Let's talk about it. Somebody served their country, many for 20 years and still get deported. Let's talk about it, family. This video is about 4.5 minutes.
I'm Katie Lagrone. They came to our country to serve and protect for the promise of becoming U.S. citizens. But some veterans tell me America abandoned them, and one says he was even deported. Speaking to us from an apartment in San Diego, David Barrio's American story
I came here to further my education.
began more than 2 decades ago and nearly 10,000 miles away.
I was born in Nairobi, Kenya.
In 1998, Barrio came to America on a student visa. While here, he says he was persuaded by an Army recruiter to enlist, promising him free school and U.S. citizenship.
I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Barrio joined, serving in the Army and eventually the Air Force Reserves.
For the love of serving the country, for the love of defending the Constitution.
But by 2007, Barrio says he was forced to leave the military after his recruiter was court-martialed and found guilty of unlawfully enlisting African national students, among them Barrio. While Army discharge papers he provided us show he was honorably discharged for an erroneous entry, Army investigative records he also provided us appear to detail how Barrio was one of dozens of Kenyan students recruited in a fraudulent enlistment scheme.
My recruiter was fraudulently recruiting internationals to meet his quota, a recruiting quota.
We reached out to the Army about the case and have not heard back. But what happened to Barrio after he left the military inspired him to talk about it publicly.
It's difficult to explain what reasoning they used to justify my deportation.
Barrio, who thought he was legally enlisted when he joined the military, was stripped of his military certification and VA card and deported back to Kenya. But not before he says he also spent a year detained in a Texas migrant detention center.
I don't know if they were trying to make me give up. I don't know if they were trying to radicalize me and make me fight the system or say bad things about the United States.
Barrio is among an unknown number of U.S. veterans who honorably served in America's armed forces, but then got deported without the American citizenship and other benefits they claim they were promised.
This problem is so big that the federal government itself doesn't even know the scope of the problem.
The rarely talked about issue highlighted by the Veterans Law Practicum at UC Berkeley in this recent report titled Broken Promises.
Despite being required to do so, they are not tracking the number of veterans they deport. There are requirements in place saying that military service is supposed to be taken into account during immigration proceedings. That rule has not been followed.
When asked for a response about deported veterans and the allegations of broken citizenship promises they face, the Department of Defense referred us to the Veterans Administration, who told us in a lengthy email they are working with the Department of Homeland Security to, quote, identify and prioritize the return of current and former U.S. military members who were removed from the United States and helping them access benefits, including immigration and naturalization assistance.
This is a veteran issue. It's not an immigration issue because we were veterans when we got deported.
In 2022, 14 years after he was deported, Barrio was allowed back into America through a new government program for deported veterans. A few months later, he finally got the U.S. citizenship he says he was promised by that recruiter decades earlier.
It was overdue. I was happy.
Today, the dad of two is going to school to become a nurse. He's also co-founder of a support group for deported veterans, hoping his story raises awareness about a problem facing some who come to this country to defend it, but are ignored when they need the saving.
Deported veterans are dying across the borders. They know about us, but when you're trying to get back the legal way, we have so many blockades, it becomes a
I know this is a topic that's relevant to the day, but that's heavy, man. That's heavy. Now let me pull myself up here on the screen. What y'all thinking about that? You know, they serve the country. Now I'm gonna tell you what I do know. That most of the ones that get deported is because of some crime. In this case, it wasn't a crime he committed. It was a crime this recruiter committed. Many times, if you're retired or you've been in the military, they don't mess with you unless you commit a crime. This has been usually the thing. Like I know one veteran brother, he came to the United States when he's like 2 or 3 years old from Mexico, and he came here And he retired from the military 22 years, but he got a DUI. They didn't do nothing the first time. The second DUI, they deported him back. Even though he was retired, I don't know if he can get his benefits over there. Now, we almost done. Let's see. He say, let me see. Let's see what we got here. He say Congress, Love say Congress wants to blame the VA policy regulation problems who make the rules the VA. Love say recruiters lie to keep people signed up. No oversight on recruiters. I think they have some. That's what I'm not familiar with that. Now, family, let me get this. They did do something about it. Like you say, they were letting a lot of them come back. Now we're going to go on to the, I had another one, but I ain't going to show you them because they let you know they trying to get people back over here. This is an issue. And I know everybody might have different beliefs. I don't know what to think about it. If a veteran is, let's say not this situation with him, they have something that commit crimes. If they commit a crime, should they go back and have to go back even though they're veterans? Because they still are considered. And should they get citizenship if they do 20 years in the military? I don't know. Y'all let me know. There are corrections be made. Now, let's see. Let me add this to the stage. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty of this new president coming in, family. How is this new presidency going to affect us as veterans in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force? Does it really matter? He was in before. You know, we had a different president. Sometimes it was Republican, sometimes a Democrat. Did you feel a difference? Now, let me see. I'm looking for something here, family. Please be patient with me. I think I'm gonna say that because that's dealing with the PACT Act, and I think I'm gonna say that for the next time. Now let me see what I got here. Let's see, because we went over a lot of information tonight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say that for the next time. Let me pull myself up all the way on the screen. I'm gonna look through the video. Family, if you haven't done so, can you do us a favor? Because we want you to smash that like button. If you in here, you haven't smashed that like button. Do that for us, family. Now, what we have here, we about to do the after party, family. All the presidents have short-changed veterans. Okay, I kind of agree with that. Now, listen to what Military Mike says. Trump will go after the veterans, the VA services, but I don't think he will risk going after veteran compensation. Well, now I got to pull it up. Now he says, Brett say it's 10 o'clock Eastern time, 2 hours in the chat for a break, drink some water. I already had a break when y'all was doing that. I think I'm gonna have to pull this video up. Yes, indeed, I do. Yes, indeed. And we're not going over the information but we want to see what the new president's gonna be doing. So I said, what I said, let me get myself up on the screen. Give me a second. Then smash that like button, family, if you haven't done so. So now we're talking about the president. All right. So here we go. Fair use, family. Fair use. Let me pull this up. And it's dealing with the PACT Act with the president. And this is about a 1 minute, okay? So this is going to be the last video we watch tonight. Knock on wood, right? I think this is the right one. So here we go.
For years, a push by veterans, activists, and even comedian and television host Jon Stewart to secure health benefits for veterans routinely failed in Washington until recently. KSBY reporter Dylan Foreman has.
I don't think this is the one. Give me a second, family. I got to make sure that this is the right one. This the one for tomorrow. I don't want to watch this one yet. And if I can't, oh, here we go. I'm so sorry. It's the wrong one. Let me pull myself back up on the. All right, so let me pull this one here up. What happens with the new president's second term? Here we go. Because you were asking Military Mike about the president. This is some of the stuff that they're saying about that. Let's see what we got here, okay? Let's get into it, family. All right.
On Veterans Day tomorrow, the nation will honor those who've served in America's armed forces. Tonight, Ali Rogan looks at what a second Trump administration could have in store for them and for current service members.
The full extent of President-elect Trump's plans for the Pentagon and Department of Veterans Affairs is not entirely clear, but he's likely to reverse some of the Biden administration's policies while reinstating others from his first term. Leo Shane III is deputy editor of Military Times and has been covering it all. Leo, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invite.
So remind us, what were President Trump's priorities as it relates to Veterans Affairs during his first term?
Yeah, he had two really big ideas that he pushed there. The first one was the idea of expanding choice, expanding options for veterans and where they could go for medical care. This is the community care program where veterans can go to private sector doctors and get medical appointments, get things taken care of. The other one was the idea of accountability, and this gets into the Trump "you're fired" speeches there. He felt that there were too many VA employees who were underperforming, passed some laws that made it easier for them to be fired. Since then, those laws have been challenged in court. They've been challenged by the unions. They haven't largely been successful. When he comes back in, if he's looking at broader federal employee programs of where he can hold people or find ways to make them accountable, we may see a resurgence of that again as well.
On the issue of healthcare, do you anticipate that he's going to work to expand access to those private healthcare options?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a major thing that comes up again here because we've already seen it from some of the Republicans on Capitol Hill. There is a real push on this issue of privatization versus choice versus community care. The folks who support this say this is expanding choice. This is giving folks more options, and it's giving veterans better healthcare outcome because they can go see whoever they want. They can see the doctor down the street anytime they want if VA will pay for it. The critics say this is really outsourcing what VA's responsibility should be. It's their job to take care of veterans. It's their job to make sure they're recognizing problems like PTSD, burn pit illnesses. And those are things that specialized VA doctors are going to do a better job than a community doctor might be able to do. So they've said that pushing too much of that into the community is really just funneling federal money to private sector doctors.
How widely used is that program now? And if it does expand, are more veterans likely to take advantage of it?
Yeah, it's a pretty big program right now. In 2023, it was 40% of all VA medical appointments were sent out into the community. So a lot of veterans are comfortable with this. And VA has said it is a key point. You know, Democratic administration said this is a key point we want to keep in terms of making sure that veterans can go to those doctors for routine appointments. What they don't want is for veterans to get all of their care outside of VA. They really want to be able to keep tabs on them, not in a big brother sort of way, but to be able to say, hey, you know, what kind of problems are you having? Here's the other resources you have. A community care doctor might not know about the benefits that you're eligible for.
The issue of veterans.
Family, stop the cap. Wouldn't the VA hospital been cared about what happens to us? Like that. I'm talking about some do care. Come on. If you want to go do community care instead of the VA. So if you want to do let's put it like this here. Those of you that want to do community care, put a 1 in the chat. Those that want to do the VA, put a 2 in the chat. We've done this before. If you want to do the VA hospital, put a 2 in the chat. Those of you that want to do both community care and the VA hospital, put a 1 and a 2 in the chat. Who's for community care where you do exclusively you pick your own doctor and the VA pay for it? Who want that? If you want that, put a 1 in the chat. They fired me up. He said, 'cause VA talking about, did you hear what he said? 40% of the veterans were going to community care. So apparently we like it, unlike what that hospital representative, the doctor said the other day, the honorable. He said, no, veterans prefer to come in here to the VA. Who want to go around there and get, and look at the excuse that he was using. What was his excuse the other day when they were talking to Congress? Well, just like here, I'm talking about using right now, that the veteran, they understand the veteran better when it comes to their conditions in war. How often have you went over to the VA and they talk to you about your combat stuff? How often you been over to the VA and they talk to you about what happened with this here? They just do general stuff about your symptoms. Are they any different than any other private doctor, out there in the free world? Come on now. 1 for me too. They'd run me hot. Let me see what we got here. First I got to get love. He say the PACT Act is good, but limited from my experience. Okay, we're going to go over that tomorrow. I mean, when we come back on Thursday, I guess it is. Mr. International, he laughing. Mr. International, I hate when people speak for us and they ain't got our voice. Mr. International say 1, he would prefer to do community care. Put a 2 if you prefer to do the VA, or 1 and a 2 if you want to do the community care is 1 and the VA is 2, where you get your health care from. Military Mike said 1. Veteran Policy Plug said 1. And you know that Brett is always going to be unread. He talking about a 1.5. Even H-Town is cooperating. I put a 1. But you can put whatever you want. We want to know. Most of y'all put a 1 in there. All right, I like that. Now let us continue, family. Because this is good information. Because I want to do community care. I live way out here in the boonies, man. I don't want to go downtown Houston with all that traffic. And them people, them employees, when they get comfortable, they get kind of rude and nasty, don't they? Am I right?
Disability ratings. This is the system by which it's determined how much disability compensation veterans receive. And the Heritage Foundation, the conservative think tank, which put out the Project 2025 blueprint, which of course the Trump campaign distanced itself from, has recommended reassessing those ratings. What might that look like?
It's hard to say. This is not a popular idea with a lot of the lawmakers, conservative lawmakers in Capitol Hill. This is a real third rail.
Oh boy. They talking about that 2025 legislation that they trying to push across, reducing our benefits. Are y'all scared? What you say, Military Mike? You say you out to get us. He say he distanced himself from that, trying to reduce veterans. So let's see what's up. Now, Mr. International say you only want to do community care because you of the distance, H-Town vet? No, I prefer community care. I don't want to, if I never went back to another VA hospital, it'll be too soon. Let me come up on the screen so you don't think nobody pressured me to say this. No. When I went to you got to understand, we have the largest medical center in the United States. VA hospital is part of it. When I went to Methodist, I felt so much more relaxed when I did a fee basis at Methodist. I got a hospital right down here. We got 2 or 3 of them. So by time I get to the VA, I've been bled out. We got hospitals and little urgent cares. Now the urgent cares many of them are part of the VA system, and you can go there. I don't know if we're gonna go over there too. But man, come on, y'all. Talk about it. Come on and talk about it, family. I want to go to one of these hospitals. I want options. Am I wrong for that? Am I selfish? Are you telling me that the VA understands me better? How? Let's put the number of years y'all been going to VA hospital. I'm gonna put the number of years I've been going. Since you've been out the military, give me the number of years you went to the VA hospital. I'm gonna give you mine. Or clinics. This is how long I've been going. 25 years. Huh? And maybe I'm just fed up. Now the distance ain't, if they were giving me good service, treating, handling me right, I wouldn't mind going, but I don't like the traffic because it's about downtown. But if they treat me right, I would be more apt to go. I've been going up there 25 years and it's hit or miss. I've had some good doctors up there, a lot of disorganization. How many of y'all went to for an appointment just to find out that the appointment was canceled and have to drive all the way back home and nobody notified you that the appointment was canceled? And I'm driving all the way from Richmond, Texas to downtown, well, medical center, Houston, Texas. Come on now. He said 25 years for me. Veteran policy plug. Now, let me ask you this here. Would y'all want to go to, wow, veteran policy plug say 15 years. Brett say he been going to VA 10 years. And y'all want to get out. Like the movie Get Out. Now, Mr. International says, if they put the VA in my backyard, I wouldn't go. Wow. Did you hear Mr. International? That's cold. He said if they put the VA in his backyard, the emergency room doors were, when he opened his back door, the emergency room doors were right there. He wouldn't go. That's cold, man. I'd rather go to community care due to liability issues. Now, let me ask you something. You brought up an interesting statement. Liability issues, my brother. Huh? Let me ask you this here. If the VA is paying for your care, but you have liability issues on outside the VA system and you get injured by one of the doctors, who's responsible for you can sue? Can you sue them? Because with the VA hospital, it's hard to sue, right? You can get disability, but can you really get a class action suit against the VA hospital? How many of our relatives then went into them places and didn't come out alive at the VA hospital? Come on now. Okay. Love say community care is for limited care because that will take money for the money from the VA healthcare. Yeah, but look, they not doing their job, so they trying to hold on to the purse, to the money. That's what the VA want. Now he say you can sue a private doctor. That's true, but you can't. Can you sue the VA like that? Remember, you have to file a claim, even if your family member passes. Mr. International says you can report them to the state medical board. Can you report the VA doctors to the state medical board, Mr. International? Come on now. I know you can report a private doctor. You can sue a private doctor. But can you do that to the doctors at the VA? Come on. And you know, I'm kind of nervous. I'm 100% going in there. That'll be one less check they got to pay. Huh? Maybe that's just my paranoia. Now let's finish up this video so we can do the after party. All right, let's do this here.
In the veterans community, because if you're talking about clawing back any money from disabled veterans, not a very popular position. But there has been a lot of talk about, has the disability system just become too generous? Is this a situation where veterans don't really have to show that it's service connected, that they're getting higher disability levels and higher payouts based on injuries that maybe aren't as debilitating as what we've seen in the past? So there is some chatter about this. I don't anticipate this really getting too far, again, because of the political touchiness of the whole thing. I think the bigger switch won't be policy. I think it will be sort of attitude towards that and maybe just not the encouragement that we've seen or even discouragement to veterans to go out and get those disability benefits.
The Trump campaign also talks a lot about issues they characterize as woke military policies, including supporting members of the military who seek abortions, allowing transgender members to serve openly. How might a Trump administration 2.0 address some of these issues?
Yeah, I think the abortion issue is going to be a big one for both the DoD and the VA. They both have fairly generous policies that have come under the Biden administration. For the Defense Department, they allow travel stipends and time off for service members who need to travel across state lines to get abortion services. For VA, they're actually offering abortions at VA facilities, some in states where it is outlawed. And they have said it's on federal land. We are not held responsible to state laws. I can't imagine the Trump administration or anybody that he puts in either of those secretary jobs will support that. The transgender issue, we will have to see. Trump, while he was in office the first time, banned the recruiting and the enlisting of transgender individuals into the military. Didn't kick out folks who were in the ranks already, but would not let new ones join. Would not be a surprise to see him put that back in place. Conservatives for a while have complained about VA efforts to move towards providing gender confirmation surgeries, gender reassignment surgeries. So I think those folks are going to see, if not a reduction in the services they get, at least no improvements in the next 4 years.
The Trump administration also, the first one, prioritized prevention of veteran suicides. What do you anticipate is going to happen in the second term?
Yeah, and this has been one of the bipartisan issues across administrations. Everyone has tried to help with this issue of veteran suicide. We're still losing about 17 veterans a day, according to the latest statistics released by VA. I think this will still be a top clinical priority for a Trump administration, but I do think that the approach will be different. With Democrats, it's been very focused on programs and approaches that have real empirical evidence behind them, really show reductions in suicide or improvements in mental health. We've heard a lot from conservatives on Capitol Hill that say that they feel like that's overly restrictive, and they want to reach out to more faith-based groups, more community-based groups, basically give grants to folks that might not have the scientific proof that they're working, but they feel like they're working.
Leo.
Okay, family. All right. Now we just got a couple of more slides and that's the after party. We done with the videos for the night. I'm gonna switch the thumbnail out. I thought we were gonna get to the PACT Act. We actually just did veteran news. That's what I'm gonna use for this thumbnail because we did a variety of topics, and we really appreciate you. We value you for being here. Hopefully you still here, Mr. Military Mike, because we want to hear about that gumbo. Huh? Let us get to here. Let us get to it. All right. So smash that like button if you haven't done so. Y'all doing real good. Oh, we're not going over that tonight. Let me pull myself up. That's what we're going to cover the next time, family. We're going to go over the PACT Act from start to finish, okay? We've done enough for tonight. Did we do it? I was trying to look. I was overdoing it tonight, huh? You can't say you don't get knowledge here. That's what we're covering next time. The PACT Act, okay? The things you need to know about the PACT Act 101, baby, huh? Now, let me get to it. Now, I want to ask y'all this here. And I hope it's all right now. Family. What y'all doing for Christmas? We get into that. We're pretty much at the after party now. So what y'all doing for Christmas? Come on, talk, family. What you got going on? Where that gumbo at? What your wife cooking for Christmas, brother military Mike? Let us know. Where are y'all? You ain't got to tell me you're going out of town. People try to rob your house. What y'all gonna be eating? How y'all gonna handle it? What does the veteran family have to do for Christmas? Now let's see what our brother here. Thank y'all for y'all patience. Let me know, did y'all like the way we covered a variety of topics? Was that beneficial? Could I did less? Was it okay? Could I have done more? What's your... Now let's see what Love say. He says, don't the nurses and doctors have to be licensed through state of California too? Now, I don't know if they work at the VA. Do they have to be licensed? If they work for the VA, I don't know if they got to be licensed in the state, do they? Look what he said. D, you love Popeyes. You're trying to convert everybody. Come on here, family. Y'all got quiet on me now. Now, what y'all going to be doing for the Christmas? Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to be with family members. Look, for those who don't know, I'm going to reveal something tonight. I'm an African-American, I'm a black man. I'm Black American man. So I know that might be a surprise to a lot of y'all. Say, very good. Okay, the information was good. Okay, any last, any statements y'all have? Not last, you stay in as long as you want, but we going to the after party. So let's do this, family. Let's do this. We are at the after party. And our brother, Veteran Policy Plug, said it was good. And I appreciate Military Mike said that, he say, those slides are one. He've always complimented the slides, him and Benny. And y'all always said, and I appreciate that. Now, what do y'all think about what we covered? Are you worried about the new president coming in, him doing something that's going to affect our benefits? How you feel about the deportation things of military members? Do you think if they do the crime, they should still have to go? I think if they get honorable discharge, shouldn't that come with they should be able to be a American citizen? But they say, this is what they say the rule is. You got to get naturalized. So those of you that are active duty military right now, you need to be working on your citizenship while you in there. Come on now. Talk to me. Look, I'm looking at myself talk. It's true looking at yourself on the camera. Now, any other statements, family? We in the after party. What about the gumbo? We got 18 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button. We got 16 likes and 18 people in here. I know some of you come and go at, just keep it running. Come on, family, talk to me. Anybody got something to say? Look like ain't nobody got nothing to say. And as soon as I get ready to close it out, then y'all start talking. All right? Come on, family, talk to H-Town. I'm about to, we've been in here 2 hours. Well, I probably got y'all burned out because we've been here a long time. How many live streams we had this week only? We had one on, if we count, we had one on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. That's 4 instead of 2. Double the amount that we usually do. All right? Now, family. Family, mash that like button. We want y'all to hit it if you haven't done it. And just kind of look at, so that's what we'll be covering next time, the PACT Act. I'm going to change the thumbnail out for the next one, the PACT Act. Because Wolf running PACTs, right? Huh? Now, thank y'all for being here and being patient with us. Thank you for doing that. Of course, your opinion matters. But like I say, we're going to be doing impromptu from here and there. Our regular scheduled live streams on Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if you'd like to contact us or donate, this is our information. Let me see what our brother's saying here. Brett Bundy said, "Is your name Leroy H-Town?" No, it ain't. Well, that's you African American. Well, I'm not African American. We that's a term that was coined by Jesse Jackson in the 1980s. We just usually call ourselves black. That's just a new term. That's a relatively new term that it's been around about about 25, 30 years. No, we never called ourselves African American. That was something like to other us, you know, like to make us something. Because Elon Musk says he's African American. I'm not Elon Musk. I'm a non-immigrant. My people built the country from the ground up. There was no United States until my people built it. So I'm a mixture of the a few, because then not that many African slaves come over. I'm a mixture of them, some of the natives. I'm not talking about just the red natives. There were black people here also. Go look up Lucia woman. Huh? The earlier thing found. When Columbus came, he said he saw black people. Huh? He came over with 2 black men, 2 Moors. That was their ships, the Nino brothers. So now I'm what you call a freedman. I'm a descendant of freemen. Those that were part of slavery, some of the people that were already here. Many of us during the 1930s were kicked out of the Native Americans, tribes. And a lot of people you see in that now, the white people are $5 Indians. They pay $5 to get on the Dawes Road. So they owe us money in some of these red native tribes. Now, here we go. Veteran Policy Plug says, question, if you win your high-level review, will they back pay you from the first time you file? Let us know if you still here, Mr. International, or Love. Will they do that? Now, Brett say, our pastor's name is Leroy. You know what Leroy is, right? Leroy is a French word that means the king. So they would often mock the slaves by calling them queen and king, even though they was in servitude. I got a twin uncle, one of them named Leroy and the other named Elroy. They've since passed. That's exactly what we are. I am a foundational Black American. FBA all day. Yes, indeed. So we name ourselves because they'll come up with names. People say, well, you made that name up. Of course we made it up. That's what culture is, something that people make up. And our culture is food, the foods that we eat, our religious traditions, not just Christianity, but also some of the hoodoo, the mojo and all that. That's us. We were our people were some of the first doctors, first medical doctors, the women. Huh? Now, anybody got an answer to his question about high-level review? Everybody got quiet. And then Mr. International says you can report them to the state medical board if you get a private doctor. Who in here, what should we do to get them if we want to go to outside doctors? And tell me why you want to go to an outside doctor and not the VA. A lot of you hit one. Why do you want to go to an outside doctor? What makes you special? The VA is specialized to help veterans. So you at a specialty hospital that's for veterans, but you want to go to the civilian world. They don't know you like the VA know you. That's what the VA is saying. What's up with that? All right, family. Everybody that kind of shut down. We're going to get ready to give you a last goodbyes. We done good. We at 2 hours and 30 minutes. We went over the information. And this week, y'all got to be tired. We've been doing 4 hours and 5 hour live stream. So, family, I'm going to get ready to conclude. I want to thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. We did it. And let y'all get some rest. And I need some too. Let's see what Love gonna always bring something up. He said outside doctors will be in your corner more and not be beholden. Let me ask you this here. Y'all tell me this here. Now, see, I don't even want to bring this up because y'all gonna try to keep me on this live. Let me say this here. Do you think they are afraid that if we go to outside doctors, they'll be more willing to write us statements to get our VA compensation? Do you think they use the VA doctors and regulate them Because they don't fill out stuff about our VA compensation, do they? Do they give us nexus letters at the VA like that? Huh? We should be able to go to the VA hospital and get nexus letter to take to the VA regional office. But if you get an outside doctor, you can go find one that's willing to write one. Am I right? And they can't say nothing because this is going to be a doctor that they paying for that you see all the time. If they wasn't competent, why the VA paying for you to go see that doctor? That's what they scared of, in my opinion. Come on, Brett say, let's see what we got. He say, so you get triggered or ignored. Yeah. Now, Love say private doctors will help more in the fight. Yes, because you know why? He said yes to what I was saying. I'm assuming. You know why? Do you know why? Because some of them have veterans in their family, and some of the private doctors are veterans. Talk to me. Sometime when you at the VA, I don't see the VA. I think they give them. Do y'all think they giving the doctors at the VA a memorandum that they should not be writing us letters and stuff like that? Because who would be more credible than our doctor? They tell them just writing the medical notes, but don't be giving them no specialized letters. Why can't I get a nexus letter from my doctor? Why is it so hard for my doctor at the VA to give me a nexus letter? Brett says, good night, family. He getting some rest. Praise God, brother. Praise God. Hey, I hope your pastor preaching that good sermon, and y'all had a good eating today, a good meal. He said, yep, you can't pay outside doctors to fill out the forms for you. Now, listen, love, you can pay them, or, now think about what I'm about to tell you. The VA can pay for you to go to an outside doctor, and you can get it with the, look, the VA got to pay for you to go to the doctor writes you a nexus letter, and the VA paying for you to get your compensation. They don't want to do that. They want to control the purse, the money. Now, listen what Love say. Some VA doctors will not help you. Some will not. I've had some good ones. 2 of them. That's the reason I'm 100% permanent total now. They played key roles in it. 2 of my doctors and nurse at the VA. But that's hit or miss. You got to keep going till you find the right people. Huh? And they might get in trouble if they help people too much. Come on, family. Now, we're going to get ready to close it out. But I want to, as y'all have chatted, I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. I'm glad y'all was here. And don't forget, our brother Chester, look back on there. He is a life insurance broker. Get his information. It's in the video at the beginning. Take care of that, because that's a veteran-owned business. So we want to. He say so true, H-Town. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the information. We're going to continue to bring this type of quality information because that's what we're here for, and we're going to give you something to think about from different aspects of being veterans. So this is going to be the end of the broadcast for tonight. We want to thank you. You can keep the chat going. They're going to see it in the replay. And we want to thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. And we want you to have a blessed evening. And good night.